like 2 games into our Atari Lynx week, and I'm already dying and failing spectacularly at Atari Lynx games. Oh, Rygar! Damn you! You know, Rygar is one of those games that's just... It's got a name that could only be a video game. Either that or an evil space alien who wears a cape with a really high collar in the grand tradition of games like Zaxxon, Gravitar, Quarth, Volfeed, Herzog's Vi, Tommy Lasorda Baseball. I give you Rygar. 100 levels of spiky worm things that roll all over like balls. Stupid green dragons that bounce around like balls. Things that fly and drop bad guys on you and are annoying as balls. And a guy who dances with statues, which kind of makes you wonder if he even has any balls. Then you remember, oh, dude's name's Rygar, which is a name that makes your balls seem awfully tiny in comparison. Although actually, the name of the guy varies, to be fair. In some versions, Rygar is actually the name of the villain or something. Like there's translations involved. I don't know. The point is, he throws stuff at monsters and wears red tights. You want to squabble with a guy like that? Be my guest. Show Rygar the size of your balls. So Rygar's been released for at least a dozen different platforms over the years, maybe 24. At this point, I think we've all lost count, but it was originally an arcade game. The Lynx version comes about as close as it can to the arcade version. You play as Rygar, I think, and it's side-scroll city. You run to the right, you slash your way through the monsters, you power up your weapon, you get to the exit, and by God, you dance. Actually, this might sound crazy, but in retrospect, Rygar feels a lot like today's runners. You know, the ones that are so popular on mobile devices and handhelds. But don't crucify me, let me explain. You run into the right. Levels, they're mostly just flat surfaces with some very basic platforming. Like if Rygar moved automatically, this might as well be an iPhone game. And I mean that as a compliment. What I'm saying is, Rygar feels like a bit more contemporary than you might expect. Or at the very least, it feels less dated. Because a lot of its elements have been repurposed for modern runners. So it's cool. It's like, you know, it's like an arcade game that almost feels rejuvenated because of the games it's helped inspire since. Not that it feels new or anything, but the gameplay actually kind of feels like somehow less old, even though it is old. Like your friend's hot mom. The red tights are a coincidence. So the game plays well. Like I said, it's actually very familiar and even contemporary in a way. Looks pretty good too. But if there's a criticism of this version in particular, it's that smaller screen really doesn't do Rygar any favors. See, in the arcades, you can see a lot more of the level, so the enemies don't just end up on you, like your friend's hot sauce because he's a sloppy eater. Whatever. The point is, you can't see as much as the level as would be optimal, so sometimes you don't have much time to react, which can be frustrating. Apparently, it's also only got 23 levels. It's like 3/4 smaller. That won't impress anyone's mom. Then again, I was pretty impressed. I mean, it'd be fair to expect an Atari Lynx version of an arcade game from 1986 to at least feel a little bit outdated, but it doesn't, at least not as much as you'd expect it to. It plays well, even if it could be a little frustrating. The presentation's good, even if the Lynx has a lot of games with better sound and graphics. But all in all, it's a solid game. It gets old kind of fast, you're gonna die a lot. But that's the thing about Rygar. He's here to make you a man, not to shop with your mom. Red tights are a coincidence. It's Rygar for the Atari Lynx!